Oh my god, what the hell? Hey babes, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, basically yesterday in the nighttime, I made a poll on Instagram and I said if y'all wanted me to do a catfishing 101 video, which it was basically going to be me doing my makeup or a modeling at a young age, my experience. And everybody said modeling at a young age, my experience. So this is what I'm bringing to you today. So basically, okay, this video is gonna be right into the point. Like, basically I started modeling when I was 7 or 8. Let me just start by saying my neighbors are playing loud ass music and there's no way possible that I could hear it in my living room, but that's happening. So if you hear them, I'm so sorry. I really apologize. I started modeling when I was 7 or 8. My mom introduced me to modeling because one of her friends had her daughter in modeling. So my mom was just like, oh, let me just like put you. But it was not modeling like with an agency or anything. It was modeling school, which basically they just teach you how to walk, like different model positions, how to eat, like, you know, all of that shebang. So modeling school was fun, but not fun at the same time, because I was really young and like I had to wake up on a Saturday like at 9 every day, which it was really stressful for me, because it's like if you're 8 years old, Saturdays and Sundays are the only days you have to sleep. So, you know, it was really stressful, like just because of that, because I really had to wake up hella early to go to modeling school on a Saturday. Other than that, it was just like really fun because I used to go to modeling school with my best friend. So we used to be having a blast. Like we used to have the teacher used to have to separate us from one another. But yeah, then after modeling school, it came like fashion shows from the modeling school, basically where you graduate. They do like 2 or 3 of those before you graduate. Basically the way fashion show works is like you have to practice your ass off. Like I remember going to modeling school even on weekdays to practice for the fashion show. And it was like, at a young age, modeling is really stressful, especially if you're in school. Like I feel for like supermodels that were born into rich families, it's like it's not stressful because basically you already got all the connections. But for somebody who just started modeling, it's really hard. So yeah, so that's another thing. Money wise, it's fucking expensive. Like it's so expensive. Like I cannot even begin to express how much money my mom wasted on me when I was modeling. Like modeling school was by itself, I think $50 every single week, plus the food that I used to like need to bring over there to eat. Plus sometimes they will ask me like, oh, bring this, bring that, plus the down payment, plus the uniforms that you had to get, plus all these things. Like this is what people don't understand. Like modeling is fucking expensive. Like I feel like some people just think that models wake up into this like you know, like I'm here, but it's fucking hard. Like you have to train yourself a lot. You have to learn how to speak. It's a lot of things that go on behind the scene that people don't see. Like people just think models just walk and like that's it, their life is perfect, they get paid. No, honey, let me tell you, it's not like that. The modeling school, like after I was in modeling school for, I want to say like a year. Yeah, after I was in modeling school for like a year, this really good opportunity came to me. It was with like the modeling school was doing, no, not modeling school, there was this agency that had like pageants, like beauty pageants. So they picked my modeling school to do a beauty pageants with the kids, where like, you know, it was basically castings for the beauty pageants. So the first casting was I was 9 at this time. Basically I'm gonna put pictures like go throughout the video, but basically the castings, they just basically told me like they just basically wanted me to like say my name, and they wanted me like bring a monologue prepared, like all different talents that you have. And me, I'm just scared of the camera right now, but I'm really good speaking like in public and giving like speeches and things. So I prepared a speech that I prepared by myself when I was 9 years old. Yes, honey, do your thing. I do my best friend's thing. And different girls were doing like different things, you know what I'm saying, like their talent. But my talent is speaking. Like I'm really good at giving speech, like television, all of that shit. I'm good at it. So basically, yeah, that's like, they asked me like what was my name, like who dressed me. I gave my speech. They said I did really good. That was the first round. So like from the first round, they picked different girls. Like I think from the first round they picked like 20 girls, and then it was the second round, which was castings. Like it was like 2 months after the first casting, right? So yeah, I did that. Everything was good. I got picked to go to DR for the actual pageant. So when I went to DR, it was really fun because we stayed at a hotel for 7 days, not 7 weeks, 7 days. We stayed at a hotel for 7 days, and like it was fun because it was fun, but it wasn't, because let me tell you, this was our schedule. I was 9 years old and this is what I was doing. One, I had to miss like a whole month of school because it was during the summertime. So it was like from July, like it was July 6th that I flew to DR, and school ended July 27th. So that's a 20 whole ass days of school that I missed, which I didn't really mind, but like take it into perspective, I missed like 20 days of school. I remember my mom couldn't go with me because she was working, so my big sister went with me, and this was my schedule when I was over there. We landed there on a Thursday and we were staying until Sunday, like from the next week. So that's 10 days. Yeah. So when we landed over there, we had to dress nice every single day. I cannot stress this enough. We literally had to wake up, well, I had to wake up like so early. I think I was waking up at 5 in the morning every single day to get my hair and makeup, to go to rehearsals, all of that things. And take this in mind, pageant moms are super freaking like hard on other kids. I remember one day, basically from the group that I was in, like from my modeling school, it was like 6 of us that got selected, and like my mom wasn't there, so you know it was like low-key hard, but my sister was there. But my sister was like doing hair and makeup to other girls, so not most of the time, but sometimes I will be by myself, like, you know, doing rehearsals and things. And I remember one day I asked his mom, I was like, she was going, oh, there's another thing, we couldn't even get breakfast, we couldn't even eat. Hey y'all, so I'm editing right now, and what I meant by we couldn't eat, it was like we used to wake up so early to do our hair and makeup and be done so late that by the time we were done, it was so late for us to get breakfast, and the buffet, the breakfast thing was already closed. If you've ever been to a resort, you know it's like that. Like they do breakfast to a certain time, lunch to a certain time, and dinner to a certain time. Take in mind, the only thing I ate during this 10 days was pizza, you guys, because the pizza thing was the only thing that was open 24/7. So that's all I ate this, like, the 10 days. Okay. This is where I'm going right now. Basically, like the mom, she was telling her daughter, she was like, oh, do you want anything, like, so I could go get it to the buffet? And so her daughter was like, yeah. And I remember, I think that day I hadn't eaten anything. It was super early, and I was like, can you get me a yogurt? And she was like, no, you could get it yourself. And I was like, miss, it was just a fucking yogurt that I was asking you for, but okay, like. So yeah, I did get my yogurt myself because I was not starving, honey. Like, no. So yeah, pageant moms could be really harsh on other kids. Like they could they could look at you, and you know, at a certain age, you're like why is she looking at me like that? I wasn't like that. Like if you looked at me a type of way, I would look at you a type of way too, because yes. But yeah, pageant moms could be like super fucking hard. Money, the cost of this pageant, it literally, I'm not even kidding you, it cost my mom like probably like $6,000 for all my dresses. I think I wore like 5 different type of dresses, a bathing suit that was custom made for me, the fly over there, the like hotel expenses. It's super expensive and hard because, like I said, it's like Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, they were not born to be models, but they already had a name for themselves. Like, they didn't have to go through all this shit to be where they at. When for people like me, is like there's a lot of steps that take for me to get on a certain level at modeling. So yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about is insecurities. Modeling at a young age is super insecure. Like, it brings you a lot of insecurities to yourself, because I remember at the age that I was modeling, I was a little chubby. I was a little chubby, right? Like, I wasn't fat, but for a model, I was fat, right? Because models need to be like this skinny, and no, I was not like that. Like, you know, I had some weight in me, and that was just super stressful, because like I remember like I really wanted a model. I've always really wanted a model. Like, I feel like I was born to model, but it was like at one point I really just didn't want to do it, because it was so stressful. The fact that I really just couldn't eat sometimes. Like, I remember sometimes I would go to kids' parties, and like I'll put, like, my mom never, like, this is a good thing, like my mom never really like my mom was never harsh on me, telling me like, oh, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. But like sometimes me myself, my conscience will be like, oh, you can eat this, because you know the other girls, they're like super skinny. And like, yeah, my mom, she was always like, eat what you want to eat, like it doesn't matter, which is one thing I'm really thankful for. Like, my mom never pushed me to do anything if I didn't want to do it. But me, my conscience, myself, and I seeing these other like skinny girls, like tall, like, you know, it was just like a little bit of stress to me. Like a year after I did win the beauty pageant, which was Lady or whatever, but like a year after the beauty pageant, I was able to model in RD Fashion Week, which is basically New York Fashion Week, but the DR version, which they do it here in New York, is the RDNY Fashion Week. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I was able to walk, and that's another thing where it brings like insecurities, because I was modeling for a bathing suit line, right? For Audrey Freehold. If you're Dominican, I'm pretty sure you know her, but I was modeling for her, and it was bathing suits. So I remember I went to the fitting, like for the bathing suits, and I was like, oh, can I get a one piece? Because like, you know, like I just didn't want to wear a two piece and like be ashamed of myself, right? So yeah, I was like, can I, like, my 9-year-old ass was like, can I wear like a one piece? Like, I just think that's not fair for girls like in the modeling industry to feel bad about themselves just because of some way that they have. Like, that's not cute. Like, that's one thing that the modeling industry needs to work like in, because making girls feel ashamed of themselves because of their weight is just not cute, especially at a young age. What other thing that I want to talk about? I just think modeling, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful talent. If you really want to model, go ahead for it. Doesn't matter if you're 0 years old, if you're 50 years old. If you really do want to model, go ahead for it. But I feel like for people like me, like you, if you're watching this, like for people like that are not born into a name, like if your family doesn't have a name, I just think it's really fucking hard to be a supermodel. Like, it takes a lot of work and like, you know, a lot of preparing yourself for you to be at a certain level of modeling just because you don't have a name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just comes to like, you're wasting so much money on something that's supposed to be benefiting you, giving you money. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, my mom did wasted a lot of money, not I, because I was 8 years old, so I clearly didn't have a job. But it was like, I was supposed to be benefiting myself from modeling, but the whole time, like, it was just my mom wasting hella money for me to go to a pageant that I did win. But it was like, they literally just paid my mom. They literally paid my mom $1,000. And my mom literally wasted $6,000, which it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I didn't get what I was, like, not even supposed to get, but I didn't get all the money that my mom wasted, if that makes any sense. I just think modeling, yes, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful talent to have. If you want to go for it, please do, because the experience you get from modeling it's just a beautiful thing. Like, me personally, I love modeling. I can't wait to hit the runway again. Like, I just love modeling. But it's like, you have to be cautious, like, that you're not hurting yourself to make the modeling industry or to make other people happy. Like, if you don't want to do something, don't do it just because like your agency is telling you to do it, or just because you feel like I'm not gonna make it if I don't do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do what you gotta do for yourself. Do what makes you happy. Another thing I wanted to talk about, last thing I'm talking about, agencies. If an agency tells you that you have to pay them to be signed in their agency, please do not. I repeat, please do not pay them. And an actual agency, like an actual legal 100% managable agency, is never going to ask you to pay them and for you to be in their agency. That will never happen. That is never the case, because most of the times agencies are looking for models because you are going to benefit them. Like, there are, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever pay an agency. It's 100% a scam if they ask you to pay for it. Please do not pay an agency, please. Okay. But yeah, that's just like, that's my modeling experience. Like, I did have a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun modeling. It was just like, it was a nice experience for me, and I'm pretty sure for everybody that was modeling with me, it was just a super nice experience. Like, you know, we were in DR, even modeling school, we used to have a blast. Like, on Saturdays, like, I did meet a lot of people that I'm still friends with to this day, like 1 or 2 girls. But it was fun. But yeah, like, there's a lot of things that you have to mentally prepare yourself for when it comes to modeling. Like, you really do have to mentally prepare yourself to model a certain way, to do certain things, to like be like, I'm not fat, like, I'm not ugly. Nobody's better than nobody, because agencies are always looking for different things, different skin types, different color tones, like different everything, different hair, different teeth, different eyes, different nose. Like, don't ever put in your head that somebody's cuter than you because they maybe got picked for this, or like, your time will come. Okay, your time will come. Just stay tuned, honey. Like, stay tuned for your own growth. Okay. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just really wanted to make this video because I just thought it would be interesting for like people that wasn't there for, like, that wasn't around me when I was modeling to watch. So yeah, I just thought this was going to be an interesting video. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think down below, and let me know if you're modeling. Like, let me know if you're going into modeling, if you was thinking about it, if you like it beats your heart to model. Let me know down below, and thank you for watching.